Welcome back to the Forever SMP, episode 5, and today's plans include sheep, cows, and shulkers. Basically, I need to build the largest and loudest pillow factory you have ever seen. We need to make use of our eyesore of a mob farm and then dive into the end to wrestle with those floating boxes that just hate everyone. So let's get into it. Step 1, we need to breed up 96 sheep, which I have been doing over the past week. So where best to do this? But another roof, of course. One last feeding ought to do it. Now comes the real project, actually building the wool farm. I have chosen a place right here next to the future Amazon warehouse, just as soon as the contracts are signed, that is. This wool farm will house the 96 sheep, each in their own luxurious 1x1 block apartment, with an unlimited buffet of grass. Eventually, every single color of wool, fully automated, and when done, I'll basically own the rainbow. Okay, this is the part where I start regretting breeding up sheep in the nether, because we now need to get them here in the overworld. So I'm going to put up a nether portal here, and I've already put one up in the nether roof, so we should have them matched up. And once they're all over here, we can then move them nice and neatly into their new forever homes. Alright, it looks like it worked. It brought us right to the location we need to be, right where our sheep are. But the biggest question is, how are we going to get the sheep from there over to there? Well, I've decided the easiest way to do this is just to put up a bunch of fences and create basically an alleyway all the way over to that portal. And then I'll get some wheat and I'll go ahead and coax them all the way over and they should just fall right in. But before we do that, we need to give them an actual pen on the other side, so they don't just fall to their deaths, and then we're out of luck. So let me go back and put up a pen for them to go into. Okay, that should be the pen. They should not be able to get out of here, and this should hold, hopefully all of them. I'm not sure if they'll entity cram in here, but yep, let's go see if we can get some in. Alright, moment of truth, here we go. Come on, buddies, follow me to your forever new home. There they go, there they go. We got a few in. All right. Should we just get the rest of them, or should we go and check? I don't know. I think it's all good. We'll just get the rest of them. Come on, guys. Alright, let's go on the other side and check to make sure they're actually in their pens. Hey, I see sheep. Look at that. Alright, I think we have enough sheep in here for now, so let's get building. Okay, we've got it all set up, and I'm sure you're wondering, what the heck kind of sheep farm is this? What the heck are all these rails for? Well, let me explain a little bit here to you. So we've got all these sheep all the way up here, and we need to get them into all their silos. And we have 96 silos, and there is no way in HE double hockey sticks that I am going to do this with a lead and try to push them in. It's just not going to happen. So I've set up all these rails that are going to redirect a minecart with a sheep into it, and it's going to drop right into each silo. So each one of these has a rail. It's going to do drop them in, and each one of these rails is controlled over here by a lever. So the way this is going to work is I am going to actually kick off this dispenser, which is going to spit out a minecart. It's going to go around this whole section here, and when it does, it's going to pick up one of these sheep, and then it's going to basically come right into what I call the Pez dispenser, and it'll fall down and just wait. And while it's sitting there waiting, I'll be able to set up my switches here. So if I want them in that last row, I'll have it all set up. Then I come back and I push this button here, and this button here will push the guy sitting in the Pez dispenser out into the rail system, and he'll find his way right into the slot I want him to go in. And then I can flip the next switch and then do it again, and he'll go into the next slot, and then the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, until the whole back row is filled. And then I have to move all the rails one up to get them into the next row, and then I do that all the way down. So it sounds like a lot of work. Kind of is going to be a little bit of a lot of work, but it's going to be way easier than trying to use a lead or use boats or even wheat to try to get them to fall in. Especially 96 of these. I want them to just go in perfectly as I want them to. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick one of these off. I'm going to hit this button. That should trigger a dispenser, and that should pick up a... There he is! Picked up a sheep, and he's now into the Pez dispenser. So we're going to go ahead and push this button again, and it's going to push him off, and he's on his way. He should go all the way into the very last slot. And he did, and I should have another one waiting for me. And there he is. He's waiting for me. So before I send that guy on his way, I need to make sure that I tell this system to now, instead of sending it to the last one, send it to the next to last one. So I flip this switch, that changes it, so he'll go into the next to last one. And then I walk myself all the way back here and push the button again. There we go. And he goes off, and he should go into the second to last one. And it looks like he did, and I heard a thump, and there's our next one waiting for us. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for all of them. Yeah, we'll get all of this done, and you guys can just watch like a quick little, fast little, huge little time-lapsey, Minecrafty thingy. All right, see you when it's done. And there we have it, the loudest and fluffiest wool farm you'll ever see. That's right, 96 sheep, all in their pens, all getting sheared. I've also completed this off camera, so you can see I have trapdoors now here, and I also have rails going over some hoppers that lead into the dispensers, so I can easily fill this up with shears. But I'm sure the most important part to everyone is, what do the rates look like? Well, I went ahead and did an hour test, and it came out to 2,500 wool per hour. But then I decided to do an overnight test, and yeah, so overnight, I don't even want to count this, but we have got multiple double chests full of wool. Now, although I don't have all the colors, because I don't have all the dyes yet, I will own the rainbow. But just not right now. Okay, turning our attention back to the storage system. The shulker loaders are nothing without shulker boxes, and I'm nothing but dead in the end without stockpiles of rockets. Luckily for me, I have an amazingly ugly but effective gunpowder farm, and an unlimited source of sugarcane. Now, feeling invincible with rockets and a shield, it's time to head into the end. The dragon? He's old news. This server's seen it fall more times than I've uploaded videos. I'm here for one thing only, shulkers. Finally, a city. And there's our first angry box. Excuse me, sir. No levitating today, thank you. And there's our first shulker shells in the bag. I just need about a dozen more. Easy, right? Cue the montage. Back in the overworld where gravity actually works. And I'm finally done floating around like a confused balloon. So let's check out what we actually got there. So yeah, we picked up 3 elytras, so we actually have some spares now, which is really cool. But the most important part is shulker shells. Yes, we have almost 3 stacks of shulker shells. That is going to make a phenomenal amount of boxes for our storage system. Plus, we picked up a bunch of diamond armor, which is cool. We got ourselves finally a dragon head. Yeah, I love the dragon heads. Let's put that on. Woo! First dragon head. Yeah, baby. All right, let's see. What else do we got in here? We've got 15 diamonds. That's pretty cool. I also picked up some coarse fruit and some coarse flour. Be cool to get that going. And the shulker heads. I love the shulker heads. So we got to find a cool place to put those. But yeah, overall, excellent run. This head's so funny. All right, so yeah, so we have to actually make all these shulker boxes. We're gonna fill up our storage system with them, and yeah, and get on to other things. So at the beginning of the episode, I said that we're going to have to deal with some cows. Well, if we look around, we can see that we don't have enough item frames for all this storage. So yeah, I think you know where I'm heading with this. Hello, my bovine beauties. Yes, you're going to assist me today in getting a bunch of leather so I can make my item frames. This, my friends, is where you want to look away. Geronimo! Okay, that was more fun than it should be. Or should legally be, but whatever. I did get 3 stacks of leather. That's what I needed, because I think I need about that many item frames. I got a ton of steak now, so that is really cool. But the other thing I need are a bunch of sticks, and yeah, that's what all this birch here is for. So I'm just going to demolish that, make the sticks, get our frames, and yeah, I'll just show you when it's all done. So that's episode 5. Wool farm built, rockets crafted, shulkers secured, cows bred, and the storage upgraded. Next time, we're cranking up the scales even more. Bigger builds, bigger chaos, and hopefully, not bigger regrets. I'm Mineless, thanks for watching Forever SMP, and I'll see you in the next one.